Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. I've had a little bit of a break from doing all the regular podcasts and videos because everything has been absolutely overwhelming at the moment. So I had a super busy week this week, and just to make it extra busy I was like, why don't I vlog it, because it's just fun to look back on the memories and stuff, but it's also like just cool to get you guys involved and for you to see what I get up to, because lots of you are always interested. So I thought I would take you along with me. I started off kind of on the wrong foot. So on Saturday, I had this super busy day. I drove an hour, probably almost an hour and a half to Brisbane and back to go to the vegan expo, because I live way out in the country, so everything's a bit of travel distance for me. So I went to the vegan expo, I did this press up competition, I drove home, and then I drove to the gym. I did 40 minutes or an hour of weights, and then I walked my dog around a lake, and then I drove home, and then I did an hour of DJ practice because I had to finish the final hour of my set. So you're like jumping around and listening to music and doing stuff and on your feet and moving your body. And then I played at a nightclub for my first ever time in Brisbane, which was really cool, really good practice for me playing in front of a crowd, but they got us to stay later, so that was almost 4 hours of DJing as well. So I didn't get to bed until 4 a.m. So I like kind of posted it as a joke on my story. I was like, yeah, it's almost 6 hours of travel plus pretty much 5 hours of DJing altogether, including the practice, so like dancing the whole time, an hour of weights and an hour of walking my dog around a lake. So I did all that in a day, and I was like, let's see how I feel tomorrow. Actually effed myself up, spent the whole day in bed, and ended up with something wrong with my stomach. Like, I actually vomited and had a UTI that's gone to my kidneys. So I spent last night in hospital. That was Monday night. So I ended up calling into sick to work yesterday, spent the night in hospital, and just got home. So I feel like super crusty and like greasy and sweaty and just gross. So it's now Tuesday, but I'm filming the Monday day today. So I just got home, and I'm just going to make something to eat and get myself sorted, and then I'll start fresh filming for Tuesday. But people always look at my life and they're like, yeah, I don't know how you do so much, blah, blah, blah. And like, it is actually quite overwhelming at the moment. I had my birthday and I had my best friend come over and visit from New Zealand. So I was like socializing and spending all my time with her and was out of my routine. And then I had my first time DJing at a nightclub. Then I've got a DJ competition this weekend. And then I think I'm helping to run a retreat in a few weeks. And then I've got my bodybuilding show in literally just under 6 weeks. Like, it's actually flying by. So it's actually really, like, my mind is always in a lot of places at once, but it's just this super awkward period where it's kind of all happening at the same time. So anyway, I'm going to get ready for my day, and then I'll jump back on to tell you the plan for the rest of the week. What the hell, oi? Look at my mailbox, jam-packed with packages. That is such a nice feeling after the night that I've just had in hospital. So breakfast is pretty simple. I just got some chili beans on sourdough. Man, I'm actually not doing good with this infection. I'm so run down, but I just had a big lay down again. I've just been laying in bed watching videos, but for morning tea or lunch I'm having some kombucha and then just some cucumber with this lemon and dill almond feta, which is very cute. Oh my god, and I found this cookie dough at the vegan expo the other day. It's so delicious. Oh my gosh. Wow, so this is the package I just got from Pimp My Salad. So they sent me some mayo and aioli, and these seeds are so good to add to your meals as well. It's good for healthy fats, and they have a little bit of iodine from the seaweed. And then, oh my god, there's so much cool stuff. I love this so much. So cashew parmesan, that's really nice for decorating your plate. Coconut bacon, that's just really cool to like add as a topper to your meals. And then they sent me some croutons as well. So thank you so much, Pimp My Salad. Oh my god, ignore this mess on my bed. I've just got crap everywhere. But this one is from Peace, Love and Vegetables. So they sent me a cute little t-shirt. I I worked in a health store for a while and we always stock this brand at the store, so I'm pretty familiar with the products, but we decided to do a little collaboration. So I just unwrap this a little bit. Cool. So they sent me these barukas, which is some kind of nut. I haven't actually tried these before. What's this? Some hot sauce, chipotle. Interesting. This kefir, if you're ever sick, drink this. Honestly, it'll like clear up your throat and sinuses. It's so strong. It's got ginger, turmeric and honey, but because it's fermented, it's really good for your gut bacteria. This is actually 4 serves, so a lot of people haven't really tried anything like this before, but I would actually drink this all like within a day kind of thing if I felt the need. But I just love ginger and stuff like that, and turmeric, so I just love the flavor. But definitely give that a go if you're feeling a bit under the weather and run down. They sent me this other one, which is a berry kefir and some cashew cheese. So there's dill, medicinal mushrooms, chipotle. This is such a cool package. I love it. This baruka spread, I haven't actually seen that one before, so that's super interesting. Probably good to have on toast and stuff like that. And then also a French onion one. This one seems honestly really nice. I don't know if I've tried it, but just like, you know how when you have chips and you dip it in like that French onion dip, but this is like the healthy version. So that is awesome. Thank you so much. Peace, love and vegetables. I've honestly been sleeping all day, but I just whipped up this for dinner, which is some plant-based chicken with a sachet of mango satay seasoning, a can of coconut milk and kale. Literally 4 ingredients and about 5 minutes of cooking, or 10 minutes. So easy and so wholesome. So I've just been laying in bed this whole time. I slept like the whole entire day, so I'm just honouring my body at the moment and not dieting, just trying to give myself good food to heal from the kidney infection and stuff, and really just like rest as much as possible. And I was watching a Netflix show called How to Build a Sex Room, and it's honestly, I've never seen anything like it. Usually I always watch YouTube videos about like business, but it's like nice to have a break and like watch something totally different for once. So yeah, just honoring myself today. Good morning guys. I just stopped into my work to get a delicious green smoothie. It's got kale, spinach, coconut water. I added some dairy-free protein powder, lemon and mint leaves, so my tummy's a bit weird from all the antibiotics and stuff, so perfect way to start the day. Nice and nourishing. And I'm just stopping in to go get for my wax appointment, and then I've got to take in some clothes to get altered, and then I've got to go to the dentist to get a filling, and then I've got a bikini shift tonight, so it's like kind of a full day considering yesterday I slept the whole day and then whole night. But yeah, just need to get these errands done, and then I'll just have an early night tonight as soon as I get home. Just catching up on heaps of boring admin stuff this morning. It's like the last few weeks I've barely had a chance to sit down and like do all my computer work and my emails and follow up with things, and just like all these niggly things that are in the back of your head all the time. So I've just made some breakfast and I had a shower and washed my hair. This is a super easy thing I've discovered, because especially if you're on a plant-based diet and you're trying to cut at the same time, like they always say like, oh, it's hard to get your protein in, but honestly, like you can get your protein in, but if you're also trying to limit food, it can actually be hard. So this pack that I found these different flavors, and it comes with the spices already in it. Sorry, my dog's drinking water in the background. So this pack has 40 grams in one sachet. So that's my whole bowl there. I've also added some lentils, which is good for iron, and it's got a bit more protein as well. Kind of like looks probably ugly, but it's honestly just like having mince, but it's plant-based and packed full of protein, so you'll be full for ages. Like, it'll take me a while to get through that because I don't have much of an appetite. But that's so easy to take to work. You just add boiling water and it cooks right there. So that's a super easy thing that I've been doing lately. So yeah, I'm just catching up on all my stuff. I'm trying to contemplate next weekend. I've got the DJ competition this weekend, but next weekend I could go to a bush stuff, but I haven't done any of my serious business stuff for weeks. So I've been so flat out with my birthday and people visiting, and then DJing in town, the DJ competition, practicing for the show. So I haven't had any time to work on my app and stuff, which is what I'm trying to do today. But yeah, I was just talking to my flatmate about it, and I think sometimes it's still good just just to go to the bush stuffs. So I'm just trying to work all that out and like plan out my life and get back on track with everything. I didn't even get through all of this. It's going to take me all day to eat. So I'm just going to have a protein bar as well because I feel like something sweet. Oh my god. Okay, I just got up from my little nap, and this is a recipe that I am making for my app. So it's a mango avocado salmon bowl. This is just another level. So I've got some coconut rice, everything bagel seasoning, some croutons, some mango that's just defrosted from the freezer, avocado smashed with lime juice, and a crispy salmon fillet that I did in the air fryer. Yeah, I've got absolutely no words for that. So I just finished a shoulder session at the gym. I noticed I've made some big progress in my quads. I never had the definition or anything before. They were just big, but I wasn't as defined as the other girls. And then I noticed today in the mirror that they actually are getting defined. And then it actually motivated me to go back to the gym, and I've had like quite a while off because I'm dealing with this infection and stuff. So I felt pretty weak, but I did a good as shoulder workout, and then went to the supermarket, and now I'm just going to go to the dog park, and it's almost dark and it's pouring with rain, and I don't want to get all my shoes wet and stuff. You're excited, Millie? Hold on 1 second. 1 second. So I thought I'd try out these up and goes as well. I don't really believe in this stuff because it's got like, I suppose with any plant milks, it's got like unnecessarily added oils, blah blah. It's got cane sugar in there, so it's not like a healthy choice in my eyes. But this is a dairy-free one, and I haven't had it honestly since I was a teenager or something, so I thought there's no harm in trying, and if you just need to have a quick snack. So I'll see what that tastes like as well. And then tonight I am heading to the city for a seminar about balancing women's hormones. So that's super exciting because that's an area that I would like a lot more knowledge in. So pretty big day. I spent the morning working on all these things, like so I can do daily podcast features, like featuring old episodes for my podcast on my Instagram story, since I'm not making as much new content at the moment. So I spent all day like making that on Canva and creating all the graphics and stuff like that, and copying the text and everything. So it's been a pretty good day to myself, and I'm excited for the seminar tonight. Good morning. I bought one of these heatless hair curls and I feel like I look like a maid. I've just been laughing to myself when I put it on last night. So you sleep in it and wrap it around, but I'll see if it works. And just gonna see if it works right now. So today I'm working 2 jobs, one at a health store cafe and then bikini waitressing again tonight. Fridays are always a pretty big day for me, but that only happens once a week, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's see if this works. It's honestly so funny. I think it did. Oh, my hair was like so buffy yesterday. Oh, that's actually really cute. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get my hair done next week, so that should help. Oh my god, I can't believe it worked. That is so cool. I'm gonna go get my hair done next week. I'm getting all my roots done and stuff, so that will definitely help with like using less heat damage and stuff on my hair. So yeah, ready for a big day. I've just been having before you speak coffee and caramel in the mornings, and last night before bed I made a banana loaf. That one's just like the cheating one where you get the pack that's pretty much done for you. It's the macro mic one. Usually I make it from scratch by myself, but I've been so busy that I just thought that would be a good option, and then just added a bit more of my own chocolate. So that will be breakfast today. Went for a grocery shop too yesterday, so I love when your fridge is full. I got all these cashew cheeses sent to me from Peace Love Vegetables and their kefir, and then I got some more vegan chicken. I'm gonna try those as like a low calorie thing to make a soup, because yeah, I'm not really sticking to my calories at all. Different roast chicken, chocolate of course, and yeah, more kefir. And I've got a scented box of those from Remedy, which is birthday cake flavour. So I'm so excited about that. So I just got home and got dressed. I'm about to head to my bikini job. I felt like all of my bikinis were like very plain and dull, so this is actually my festival outfit. So yeah, super cute. For dinner, I'm making a chicken soup. Usually I go for soy-based over gluten-based, so this one is seitan, which is made from wheat gluten. It's actually really high in protein. Usually I don't cook with that much oil as well. I'm just using the pan secondhand from my flatmate. So I thought it might be nicer to fry it first and then add it to the soup. So this one has got a soup mix like with all the beans and split peas and stuff. It's got spring onion, kale, carrot, veggie stock, so it's looking really, really nice, but those things just take ages to cook. So once it's all together, that's going to be like the best dinner ever. Really lovely talk with my new flatmate tonight. We were talking about diets and all sort of stuff, and how veganism and carnivore diet are like the two leading, but they're both total opposites of each other. And we were talking about relationships and like all the growth we've experienced over the last few months and stuff like that. Like, he just moved in a week or so ago, so we're still getting to know each other. But the point I go back to is that with food and nutrition, you know what feels good to you. So no matter what the rules say or what people say, you know what feels good. So we were even talking about, like, is veganism part of the agenda from the government? And that's like a whole new rabbit hole. But even if it is, the way I eat now, I eat like 90 or 95% vegan, predominantly plant-based, whatever you want to call it. That still aligns with my values and my soul and how I want to feel and everything like that. And I still do eat fish on occasion, a couple times a month. Salmon is still my favorite food. I haven't eaten eggs for ages because our chickens haven't been laying, but like I will eat backyard eggs kind of thing. And he ended up giving me a piece of salmon for dinner, and honestly it just made me feel so good because I've been so stressed and busy and tired. And like, that's the thing, is like, you don't have to fit into all the exact rules, and you can make it work for you. And at the end of the day, like, you know what your body thrives off. and we're talking about all this other stuff as well, like even interacting with other people. The way you view people is actually a reflection of what's going on inside for you. It's actually got nothing to do with them. There's been a couple of things I've been triggered by lately, and straight away it's like someone says something and I tense up, and it's like I want to vomit, I feel sick, and it's like, okay, why am I feeling like that? Feelings of low self-worth, feelings of I'm not good enough. If they think that about that person, that means that I'm not such and such. So that's not that person's fault. That's like, okay, how can I be more self-aware, and what is this showing me of areas that I still need to work on? So we're diving into lots of interesting topics like that as well. The final point to touch on is imposter syndrome. I am feeling this to my core right now. I am about to play a DJ competition, and I've got to verse my ex for the prize. And I DJ'd at a nightclub last weekend, and I'm like, who are you trying to pursue this? Like, what if I embarrass myself? What if I don't have good stage presence? What if I make a mistake? What if no one likes my music? Like, am I just embarrassing myself by pursuing this entire thing? What if I don't make any further changes to my cut before the bodybuilding show and I don't improve with my physique anymore? Am I just embarrassing myself by thinking I can jump up to fitness? I am experiencing this to my core, but I am getting out of my comfort zone. Doing more in a couple of months than most people do within years, or they won't pursue it at all because they're too scared about what people will think. So if I could envision what would my funnest life look like right now, it's what I'm doing right now. So that's all that matters, and you've got to get out of your comfort zone to get to the next level. So yeah, that's just a little like ramble of like where I'm currently at. Currently very stressed, very nervous, very imposter syndrome, but like also sure of myself, and I know the possibility of what I want to achieve is there. It's just like, can you put in the work to get to where you want to be so that you don't disappoint yourself? And the only person you've got to impress is yourself. So this is my little ramble for tonight. Good morning and happy Saturday. I literally couldn't sleep until about 2 a.m. and I was just thinking about the DJ competition that I've got on Sunday, and I'm not prepared for the show. Then I was finding new music, and then I was getting excited about live, and oh my god, I was just up for ages, and then slept through my alarm today. And then I thought, like, holy crap, what if tomorrow I've literally got to wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. to do all my makeup and like get in my festival clothes, drive to Brisbane to be there and find parking by 9. And then I'm not going to finish in Brisbane until about 10 p.m. So I'm stressed out about how long the day is going to be, like walking into a room of people. Like, I'm not very good in loud environments. Like, if I go to a dubstep gig, you're not really talking, you're just there listening to the music the whole time, or same as bush stuff, like you can go off and talk without it being like so loud like a club. So to go into like a bar tomorrow, I'm getting like major social anxiety, freaking out about, yeah, like just the whole thing. And I'm like, what if I slept through my alarm and then didn't make it there in time, and then what if I couldn't play? And like all these weeks of driving to Brisbane, using all my gas, like investing all this time and effort in selling the tickets, and like what if I just sleep through? So hopefully it goes smooth. I got a pretty busy day today. I just quickly got up and got ready. I am meeting my old flatmate for brunch, which will be really lovely to catch up, and then I've got my first posing session with a girl named Tani. I haven't met her in person before. It's super expensive, so I'll probably only get like 2 sessions before the show, but a lot of these girls actually get like weekly sessions, and their whole routine is polished, and mine's just like a draft that I made in my head. So I've got posing with Tani, and then I still have to go to the gym because I've barely been this week because of my health. And then I was meant to go for a hike to help with my cardio, so depending on how I feel and how I'm going for time, then tonight I've got to come home and practice my mix for tomorrow, and like see if I need to add any more songs, just go over it and over it and over it, and then leave like super early tomorrow. So I'm absolutely flat out, but once the DJ comp is done, then it's just the show to focus on, so that'll be another huge weight off my chest. So let's do it.
So coming in from the side, melt those hands up, 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 up. That's it. So melt at the back, that's it. And next to the stage, so we're gonna step back, flick, coming forward. And we're gonna do big arms. So we go to the side and then back to the left, elbows nice and close. Good. And big flick, tight arms. And stepping back, trace the glute. And flick with the back arm. There you go, good. Walkie walkie, nice and slow on the glute around. And first position, ponytail. Elbows in instead of out, that's it. We're gonna step back on the right foot as we flick the hair. That's it, good. Transition, and off. Over to the left. Step forward on the right foot, around, into the waist. Step, glute. That's it, and then off. Good.
Okay, I finished my posing session with Tani and I feel like I'm about to have a mental breakdown and panic attack. That was my first time meeting her in person. I've followed her online for ages and she's like one of the most beautiful people that I have ever seen. But she's doing bikini and she's way more sculpted than me. I'm like, oh my god, I've still got like so much like body fat to lose. When I'm out in public, people comment on it every day basically. They're like, oh my god, your legs have gotten bigger, like in a good way, you're looking leaner, your abs are popping more, you're so muscly, like you're huge. And then I look in the mirror there, I think it was bad lighting, but I'm like, oh my god, I'm nowhere near ready. So I feel like the more I know about the show, the less ready I feel. And I feel like the same with a lot of things, like with nutrition. It's like the more you learn, the dumber you feel because you realize how much of a world there is out there. So we helped perfect. Usually they do one posing session per spot. So you're going to the stage, you've got your middle pose, side pose, and then off. So usually it's like one posing session per spot, and we just made the whole thing up. Like I had a draft in my head, but we just perfected it and changed some of the arm movements and some of the transitions, and I'm super happy with it. I don't even have anywhere to practice. Like I don't have a room to go to with a mirror. That's good. None of my gyms have like even fitness class rooms with mirrors or anything, so that's really awkward. Even just walking in the heels, I'm like, I can barely walk in a straight line. Like I'm not doing it in a sexy way. So I just stopped to get a boost juice. I'm starving. I had a yummy poke bowl in Burley with my old flatmate, which was lovely. I forgot to film it. It was so beautiful. But yeah, I'm fucking having a mental breakdown. Oh my god. And last year I did the show and I just winged it and I got third in wellness. And this year I think I'm just stressing because I'm jumping up from bikini and wellness to wellness and fitness. I like doing 2 rounds because then one's kind of the practice. And I basically, Tani was like, why do you want to do fitness? And I'm like, you'll probably laugh at me, but I just want to wear the fancy costumes for that because it's like Victoria's Secret. That was my goal when I was a teenager. I wanted to be a lingerie model since I was like 16, but I could never do that with my build. So this is like Victoria's Secret, but for muscly people. But wellness is what I more would strive to place in because you don't have to be as lean. It's about fuller lower body, which I already have. So that's just more my brand is about wellness. But fitness, she was like, yeah, you're definitely not fitness. So I don't want to look out of place, but I'm sure it'll go fine. As long as I have fun. But, oh my God, I'm stressing out. Oh my God. And now I've got to go train. I'm freaking out. And I probably won't, I was meant to walk today as well and walk my dog, but I'll probably leave it and just focus on the DJing stuff for tomorrow. It's just such crazy timing that all of this is happening all at the same time. So I'll probably just go home, practice my DJing stuff because you're kind of jumping around and you're doing stuff. So it's kind of cardio in a way. So, oh my God, I feel like in natural settings, like people look at me, and I just went into a shoe store and look in the mirror and I'm like, holy crap, like you're so fit and muscly. But then when you see the people who actually do the shows, who you're competing against, you're like, man, I am just a beginner. Like there is some tough competition out there and they're just so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna end this video now. I'm stressing out to the max. So I'm feeling a lot better today. It's kind of funny how much I was stressing out yesterday. Like, you just have to believe in yourself. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm not ready for the show, but now that I did a tan and stuff last night, like, I can compete like this. Like, it's fine. So I shouldn't be stressing about all these things. And with the DJing, I was worried about my set because I was thinking, like, you do still have to play to the crowd. So I've got some edits of like well-known songs, but I was like, oh my god, because I play bass music, like it's not going to be what they want, because it's like I guess a commercial kind of competition. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm just going to embarrass myself, like no one will like my music, it's so intense. But the thing is, if you're trying to play stuff that you don't really care about or give a shit about, they can feel it in your stage presence. But if you're playing stuff that fires you up, then they're gonna feel it when you're up there. So like you've still got to play like what you like. So I changed out a few of the songs last minute, and then I was practicing till late last night. I did my tan, woke up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm like shocked I even got up at that time, but like when you know you've got something important, I actually didn't sleep through my alarm, so that's a positive. So then I was up, drank my coffee, I've been practicing my mix, got into my festival clothes, trying to look my absolute best, because my ex is also doing the same competition. I'm going to cry of laughter. So I've got to verse my ex for the prize, like not actually on stage at the same time, but it's just funny, and I'm trying to use all the negativity and hate as fuel for the fire. So that's my little tip for today. When I was practicing last night, I was just thinking about how he tried to get me taken off all of the lineups for the Bushduff set, and he said like either you take her off the lineup or I won't show up to do lighting, visuals and my set. And then how he messaged me saying that I don't mix advanced music and I'm just eye candy for jacked up thick males and all this horrible stuff. And I'm like, you know what, I don't mix advanced music my ass. And I just kept practicing and practicing. I'm like, you know what, all this practice has done me so much good, and I am actually good. But it was just last night, I was like, oh my god, I'm not even good, I'm just embarrassing myself. Why am I even trying to pursue this? Like, it's just so scary getting out of your comfort zone. But I'm feeling so much better in my skills, and just, yeah, I've really stepped it up recently. So that's that. So we're going to meet at the club in Brisbane at 9 a.m. It's like an hour 15 from where I live, but just to save time to get parking and everything and make sure I'm not rushing, which usually I do. So that's gone very smooth this morning. And then we'll have like a meeting for the first few hours. They'll figure out how many tickets we've sold for the event. They'll give us all our set times. And then I probably might have a break in the middle of the day to go get some food or something. And then play this stress is off my plate, then I can just focus on the bodybuilding show. So a lot going on, but honestly, like, yeah, if I could live any life, it's what I'm doing right now. So even though I got so stressed, like yesterday was a whole panic attack, just freaking out, at least I'm getting out of my comfort zone all the time and pushing myself. So that's the key. Hey guys, it is now Monday night. I ended up staying on partying for yesterday after the competition. So I was actually up for 24 and a half hours. So I slept most of today. I just got home. I'm still wearing my festival makeup and hair, and I don't even want to take off this makeup because it's so pretty. But I just thought I'd do a little recap on the competition. So I was stressing out for ages about like getting social anxiety at the festival because it's like in a normal club and it's going to be so crowded because there was 100 DJs, plus we all got 40 tickets to sell. There's going to be like so many people there. I thought it would be jam-packed, but there was actually 3 stages playing at once, plus the silent disco battle downstairs at the same time. So actually 5 kinds of music on at once to choose from in so many different rooms. So like there was heaps of space. Everyone was so lovely. I made a few connections in the industry with like other upcoming DJs, so it was just nice to make new friends. My set was kind of stressful. I still obviously get really bad like stage like anxiety before hopping on because I'm still a beginner, I'd say. I've played a few times in public, but like I need to have more experience until you can like start to feel more comfortable with it, like once people are watching and once you're actually on stage with an audience. So I had a few problems with the decks. Every time I'd jump on the stage, so it happened about 5 times during the set, I'd be dancing, or the guy next to me is dancing, and then it would turn on beat loop, which means the same 4 counts would just replay, and I didn't know what that was because I've never used it. So I had to keep calling them over for help, like, hey, why is this like just staying on repeat? And they had to show me, and I couldn't get the right hand side BPM to budge. Like I tried pushing all the buttons and it wouldn't work. So it's like it was hard to mix in the music, and then it like went way out of BPM. Like, so yeah, the first 10 minutes I was just like easing into it, stressing out a bit, calling them over for help, and like just trying to get the deck sorted. And then there was basically only 10 minutes left. So the second half of the set, I was just dancing so hard, and then heaps of the people switched over to my channel because they could feel my energy on stage, and I had like my friends there to support me, and it was really, really cool. So now that I've brushed up on my like DJing skills and my mixing and everything like that, the next thing is to get used to like using other people's equipment, because you don't really change your own setting, so it's good just to use other equipment so you know what to fix. Like if you're at a big festival and something's going wrong, like what do you do basically? And then just working on stage presence, because it's kind of hard at home practicing to yourself to have like full-on stage presence. So I try practice like dancing around and looking up, but actually getting the experience is like the next key. So that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the vlog of the week. Yeah, it was such a jam-packed week. I don't know how I've had so much on my plate, but I'm getting through it bit by bit. So now that that huge stress is done, now I can just focus on the bodybuilding show for the final 5 weeks left. 4, might even be 4. Yeah, like we're really running out of time, so have to keep focusing on the cuts and just staying consistent with the gym, keeping up the cardio by walking my dog, and just really nailing it to shed the last bit of body fat and just like really lean up and rein things in. So that's the next thing. Focus on posing, get my bikini, get the costume sorted. just nail all my health and fitness. So thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos like this and about health and wellness, lifestyle, nutrition and business, then I would love if you subscribe to my account, and don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.